Well, I've been saying the same thing. I'm like, when it comes to that situation, like everything is exactly how it is. Everything is exactly how y'all see it.
Y'all, Remy Ma has been crashing out badly over Clarissa and Papoose' relationship, and it looks like we finally know why. Word is that Easy the Block Captain has already packed his things and moved on to the next bird. Like, what? After all that drama, and this is what she's left with? Remy has been trying to put on a strong front so she doesn't look like a hot mess, but Easy isn't trying to hide the fact that he's bored with Remy, and word is he done moved out and was already stepping out on her with the next side piece. And I bet Remy Ma didn't even see this coming, especially after she done put Pap on blast and made her relationship with Easy very public. But Remy has been in the hip-hop community long enough to know that the men there don't move like that. Papoose and Remy have the ultimate hip-hop story that everyone was rooting for. I mean, even when she went to prison for 6 long years, he still held her down. Remy even admitted that Pat was willing to come see her every chance he got, and they talked on the phone every day just to keep in contact.
Pat used to come see me literally every single day, so I was chilling. I was like,
So he came up every day? Every visit?
for the first year, he came literally every single day. When you're in a match, you have a visit every day, except when Walters on the weekends, on Saturday or Sunday. So literally the first year.
He decided to marry her while she was in prison, and when she came out, it really looked like these two were set up for life. They have a beautiful daughter and talked about how easy it was to blend their families and create this beautiful, loving situation.
They just treat them all the same, really. I've been, like you said, we've been married for 10 years. We've been together for 13 years. So when we met, we were really young. We were both in our early 20s, and we both had children when we were teenagers. So I pretty much watched the 18-year-olds grow up since they were about 4. And his 21-year-old, which is now my 21-year-old, she was about 8 or 9 when I first met them. So for them to be 18 and in their 20s now, I feel like I've been there for pretty much a large part of their lives, and they get along great.
And Remy turned around and risked it all for a Timo-looking version of Papoose. In the past, she and Pap used to go out of their way to show everyone that they were still going strong. But from 2023, fans started to notice that their relationship wasn't all the way right. Remy didn't do anything on social media to celebrate Papoose on Father's Day. Not even a small picture, caption, message on IG or Twitter, nothing. So that was a red flag. But what got people really sniffing around for answers was when Pap made up his own post about family and Remy was nowhere to be seen. And child, no one could have imagined the drama and chaos that was hiding just beneath the surface. And as you all know, it was revealed that Remy had been unfaithful, and so Pat wasn't really messing with her like that. And what made it worse was that Remy had cheated with none other than battle rapper Easy the Block Captain. This was someone that was moving in the same circles as Papoose. So to turn around and mess with...
Hold up, we're records. This year we made history.
The two of us, we can make it if we try.
All right now, Papoose. While he was out here locking in that bag, Clarissa Shields was out here locking in hearts. Sis posted the sweetest little clip of her serenading her man right there on the beach. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Y'all, the love was corny, but oh, it was real. But they wasn't the only ones out there getting jiggy with it. Cause listen, this is where things get real serious. Word on the streets is Papoose had this whole romantic getaway planned for a while. And get this, the man was trying to make it official. Allegedly, Papoose was hoping to have that divorce from Remy finalized before the trip so he could pop the big question to Clarissa Shields on Valentine's Day. I mean, just picture it. Hawaii, the vibes, the romance in the air. It would have been perfect. But guess who had to come through and mess it all up? Yep, Remy Ma. And why? Cause things with her new boo, Easy the Block Captain, weren't going how she thought they would. So now she out here playing games and blocking Papoose from moving on. And let's be real, Remy been peeped how Papoose out here giving Clarissa Shields the same love and support she used to get back in the day. And oh, you know that got her feeling some type of way. I mean, remember when Papoose performed at Clarissa Shields' boxing match while she made her entrance? Whew, y'all. That's a whole new level of love and hype that Remy is probably missing right about now. And watching him show up and show out for another woman like that, yeah, that's gotta sting. But you really gotta ask, is this just about her being a bitter ex? Or is there more to it? Cause the way Remy holding on this tight, Oh, it's giving what are you really afraid of? Well, now reports are spilling that the real reason Remy won't sign them divorce papers is because she knows Papoose coming for the alimony bag. Sis is not trying to cough up them coins. See, when one partner makes more money in a marriage, the one with less income is usually entitled to spousal support, aka alimony, after the split. And let's not act brand new. Papoose was the one holding it down all them years. When courts decide on alimony, they look at things like how long the marriage lasted, the income gap, and the contributions made during the relationship. And when you look at Remy and Papoose's history, they was together for 11 years. That's over a decade, y'all. They started dating back in 2004, got married in 2008, and their relationship officially ended in 2023. And here's where it gets even crazier. They got married over the phone while Remy was locked up in 2008. Now, if that ain't dedication, I don't know what is. But let's not forget, Papoose stayed 10 toes down through everything. When Remy got sentenced to prison in 2008, Papoose was right there. She got out in 2014, and he was still holding it down. They even had a whole vow renewal wedding in 2015. And by 2018, they welcomed their baby girl, Reminisce Mackenzie.
Are the most amazing, beautiful, sexy, smart, intelligent woman I ever met in my life. I love you more than anything in the world, as you know.
What if I marry you again?
What I want to say is, will you marry me again?
Now, Papoose held Remy down through some of the hardest years of her life. And now that we are talking about who deserves some support, oh yeah, he definitely got a case. But let's get into this money, because this is where things get real messy. Remy Ma's net worth is estimated to be around $4 million. And baby, that's a whole lot more than what Papoose is sitting on. So when she looks at them divorce papers, she already knows they most likely about to hit her with them alimony payments. A big chunk of Remy's money comes from record sales, reality TV checks, and her clothing line. And we can't forget about her 2006 debut album, There's Something About Remy, based on a true story. That album was a critical success. She might not have blown up like some of her peers, but sis always got her respect. She's been nominated for Best Female Hip Hop Artist at the BET Awards 4 times, and even took home a win. And that's not nothing.
I want to thank God first and foremost. I've been through a lot. To everybody who think there's no such thing as second chances, I'm here to tell you that's a lie.
But let's keep it real. Even when Remy was locked up, she still stayed active in the music GSIs, dropped several mixtapes from behind bars. And you know who was out here promoting and making sure they made some coin? Papoose. He kept her name alive when she couldn't do it herself. He was out here pushing her music, making sure people didn't forget about her, and keeping that bag in motion. That's real love and real work. And best believe, all that effort put some serious money in Remy's pockets.
Were you surprised when Papoose wanted to marry you?
After
you got sentenced, because you just knew he was, you just knew he was doing it.
Nah,
and I thought that was like a real stand-up thing to do.
he's one of a kind. I could definitely say that.
So when Remy finally got out in 2014, she and Papoose took their love story straight to the small screen with VH1's Love and Hip Hop New York. But it didn't stop there. They got into multiple spin-offs too. And guess who was right there helping secure those checks? Papoose. And let's be clear, he wasn't just some background character. Nah, he was a whole part of the storyline. Their love, their struggles, their family, all of that was the reason people kept tuning in. So let's not act like Papoose wasn't just as much a star of the show as Remy was. Because yeah, he definitely played a role in bringing in those TV checks.
This is dope. Besides the great performances, like it was like one small, tiny, itsy bitsy incident with Rye and one of Andy's friends, but it was nothing.
Trying to shoot someone in the road?
It was like one little fight. Nowhere near me. Like a football field away.
So when Remy launched the Remy Ma collection in 2018, it was another bag, but best believe Papoose played a role in making that happen too. A portion of the proceeds went to support women and families affected by incarceration, which was a dope move, but let's not act like Papoose wasn't out here putting in work for that brand.
Presence, Miss Remy Ma, Mr. Papoose, really the hip-hop's Hollywood couple right now. Y'all need your own show. That's what everybody's...
He was rocking the menswear at events, making sure it got seen, and pulling attention straight to the collection. The kind of promo he was doing, oh, that's the same type of marketing that brands pay big money for. So if we gonna talk about how Remy made her money, we also gotta talk about how much Papoose was grinding behind the scenes to help build that brand. Now this is where things get even deeper. While Remy was locked up, her then teenage son, Jason Scott, was being cared for by Papoose. That man stepped up and played the role of a father figure when Remy couldn't be there. And let's be real, that's a huge responsibility, one he took on without hesitation. But this is where things took a real heartbreaking turn. After Remy got out, her son Jason ended up getting arrested and charged in connection with a 2021 fatal shooting in Queens, New York. He's now facing first-degree murder charges and a whole list of related offenses. And while that's a tragic situation all around, it just goes to show how much stability Papoose was providing while Remy was away. He was holding down the household, taking care of her kid, and keeping everything together. And that ain't something you can ever put a price on.
3-year-old Jason Scott has been arrested in connection to a in Queens that dates back to 2021. Investigators are looking into the possibility that it was a
So when we talk about this divorce and why Remy's dragging her feet, it's looking more and more like she knows Papoose got a strong case for that alimony bag. And what about Clarissa Shields? Oh, you already know she's heated over all this, because Remy's out here stalling and slowing down her whole wedding plans. And let's be real, Clarissa Shields is not the type to sit quietly when things ain't moving how they supposed to. And let's not act like this is just some fling between her and Papoose. Clarissa Shields is out here loving that man out loud. She calling him her king, her love, her everything. She ain't just playing around. Nah, sis is all in.
Because I'm a Pisces, I love really hard.